Okay, guys, we're going to go to chart early morning. It's not going to be a particularly big trade, but it should be one that's half decent, I would have thought. Let me just flick over. Now, I've already been into the Discord, give them an idea of what it is that I'm looking at. Do this all the time. So the first thing I would do is just drop something in the bulls and bears, which is kind of there. So it's pound JPY what we're looking at. Also come down in market updates. There's a copy of it there, but I put this in so they can actually see what time it is that I'm looking. So it's like 9:20. It's looking to sell it. It's a B trade, so it's not bad for about 21 pips, give or take. Okay, so that's what that's all about. The guys know what it is. So I do these little videos just for consistency. So what are we going to do? Well, the first thing is we need to set out some parameters of trade. So you can see it's dropped down heavily and it's pushing back on itself. It's respected all the levels that we've put in. So where would it feasibly run to? Well, it's breaking out the bottom of the range. So the last strongest drive was here. So that was there. So if I put a fib into this, this will give an idea of how far this might feasibly run if it's breaking to the underside. Well, what do we know? It's running directly to the lower levels, which is here. So just drop that in. So there's a target point, and then there's a break point, which is just about here. Okay, just drop them into the dotted line just so that we can see. Okay, so I can see that. Now on my sheet it will have told me to look at a 15-minute chart, so that's what we're doing. I'm looking at a 15-minute chart. So if I'm looking to enter this market, I need some entry exits. Now it's pulling against this particular move here, so just get a fib on it, pull that down. We've got an aggressive move to the upper side. Okay, so what we'll do is just drop some levels in. All these levels do, sometimes it might look a little bit messy, but they're actually there just to give a little bit of a breaking point on the chart that you can use to enter into the market, because I prefer pending orders. I don't use going straight to market. Very rarely I will anyway. So entering in and around here, and then I can just trail the candle. Now it's an aggressive candle. If it was just a normal size, I put it underneath, but the price is quite far away, so I'm going to drop the order about here. Now the sheet says about 20 odd pips, so just move that down slightly. So it's easily doable. So if we entered off that blue line, we've only got to get it to there. So that's not too bad. And then what we'll do is every time the price runs up now, we're going to follow green candles all the way up till it gets triggered. And then we're going to stick to the target that it says, because one thing that I don't want, because you can see there, it's 21. Now that's based on an ATR. I keep an ATR update each week. Here I can see the strengths. They're actually sitting pretty much on top of each other from a strength point of view, and the change of strength, well, okay, the pound is changed less than or better than JPY, but they're both negative, so they're not good. So this thing ain't going to run too far, so I'm just going to stick with my targets today. And if it comes screaming down, picks that up, then gets into here, I'm a happy boy. If I'm wrong, box of pain is going to be approximately, just kind of show you, in and around this area up here. Now, box of pain is where I have to start thinking about what happens if I'm wrong. But it's very simple, because if this is going to run, that's where it's running to. So if it breaks through there, got some thinking to do. Okay, but in the meantime, quite happy with that. Get out here, job's done. All right, let's play this out. Okay guys, that's the job done. Same drill as always, make certain I've got nothing running. So get all my tickets off. And there you go, 129 quid. Just following a simple execution plan. And that is, look for your sentiment, make certain your levels are in place, look for an area of interest on the chart, and then just follow your conviction without being too greedy. That's it. You know, you can always look for the holy grails in one thing and another, and there is a holy grail to trading. There truly is. Now, the holy grail is very simple. It's called homework. Now, the other side of it is something that I learned a long time ago, and I actually had this as a post-it note on my screen after I took a huge loss. Less is more. So I look to trade once or twice a day. That's it. You know, I don't look to be in the markets over and over. Only an idiot would do that. I'll pick the market, I'll study it, I'll understand it, and then I'll choose to trade it. That's it. That's all I do. And once I'm paid, I'm done. And it's kind of where another phrase comes from: score, stop. And that's why I say I trade once or twice a day. Because once I've done that second trade, if I go for the third one, I'll guarantee it'll kick me in the nuts. So I'd rather just be consistent and plug away. And you'll see that in the Vanguard series, drop in the Vanguard series, and you see an account built from inception right up. Statements are there quite regular, so you can see it all being built. And the money is then placed into a slush fund, which is where I put my trading funds for my main account. And that's it. Because money ain't money till it's banked. And if it's banked, well, then I can use it to either trade with it or spend or do whatever I want. That's the holy grail of trading. Bank your money and don't trade too much. So this was just backing up what I told the guys this morning, because one thing that I like to do is I like to tell them what I'm doing before I do it. And then that way it's fair. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah.
Or would you say I'm a knobhead? Yeah. Do you want to play me unicorn?
No.
What do you mean,
You
no?
enjoy yourself.
My little shit.
Oh, thanks. Oh, you're so nice.
No. We do have a bit of fun in this house. We always do. And that all just comes down to enjoying your job. I'm never pressured by it. Trade very small in relation to the size of the account. And that way it's fine. And then when I'm done, I'm done. And I'm now done for the day. I'm quite happy with what I've done. So happy days. Anything to add to that?
Not at all.
Not at all.
This time next week.
This time next week, yeah. Going on holiday this time next week. We're running down. It's the last month of the financial year for me. I'm actually paid for the year. I've done my salary, so I don't really need to push it out. And for those that are interested, in June this year, by popular request, we're going back to a classroom. And the classroom is going to be in Darlington. So if you want to register some interest in coming, just drop Joanne an email at info@thescruffytrader.com. And why not come along and see us in person and have a full day of a class? How's that? because the only reason I'm saying it is because that's what she's doing on here. She's doing a little flyer for it. There's 30 seats. Most of them are gone, but there is still a few left if you want to drop an interest. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.